Hello everyone. Today I wanted to make a video. It's a tag video that was suggested by my Sweetcupcake, and it's a 15 question tag, and I will also be changing Dyson Ash out of his theme Thursday denim outfit and into just a plain onesie. So he will be wearing this it's not focusing, this cute Pampers that have like the little koala bear, and this is actually Bryce onesie, but I'm really too lazy to go into Dyson Ash drawer to get his onesie. So he's going to be wearing this cute onesie by Cardis in 3 months. Says little guy, has the cute little shark, and this is like a neon orange. Actually, it seems like these, like the neon colors of what's wearing now, because I had also purchased some items for my daughter, some nice clothes, and I realized that most of those are also like in the neon colors. So I think that's the in thing right now. And then he will also be getting a nice warm bottle. Okay. So question number 1 is, when leaving the house, what is the one thing you cannot leave without? I would have to say that is my cell phone, even though I have left it on occasions. There was one time I went to pick up my daughter from school, and something went wrong with the wheel, front wheel. Something broke because we needed it to be welded to repair it or something like that. So something broke, and I did not have my cell phone. But the first Samaritan that came by was a lady, and I asked her if she had her cell phone or had a cell phone, and I had asked her to call my husband, and she did. So I try to be in a situation, you know, if there's an emergency, that I'm able to, you know, make important phone calls. So I messed up on that in that situation, and I should have had my cell phone and I didn't. So I can tell you, sometimes it's on my mind and sometimes I just forget. But really and truly, in most cases, the cell phone would be the one thing I try not to leave. Question 2, the last time you cried. The last time I cried, I mean like really bawl, snot, headaches, sleepless nights, would have to be when my niece died. My 16-year-old niece died 5 years ago. Yeah, that would be the last time I can say I truly cried. Now since then, I've had 1 or 2 incidents that I came close, but I didn't cry, because I'm the type of person that really holds in a lot before I cry, really. So that was really that was the last time that I can think of that I really cried. So question 3, the best memory when you think about it. Now you may notice that these questions are being tweaked a little, because I think some of the questions were longer, and I just wrote it in a short form or something. So question 3, the best memory when you think about it. My best memory, it's hard to say my best memory, really. That's a difficult one. Okay, I'll tell you what, this came to mind. My niece, when she was alive, and I would go and visit my family, my niece said to me, she said, "Addie, every time I see you, you're wearing the same pair of shoes." And I laughed and I said, because these are my favorite shoes. Really and truly, I had a sandal. It was like the taupe color, and I killed those sandals. I just love them. They matched everything, and you know, they just were so convenient. So from that day, I decided that whenever I traveled back home to my family, I made sure I wore a different pair of shoes. And I made sure that my niece, I made sure and showed my niece. So I would say to her, Auntie wearing a different pair of shoes. And she would laugh and I would laugh because I remember what she said and she also remembered what she said. So both of us would get a good laugh all the time. So every trip I made back home, when I visit my family, I made sure that I was wearing a different pair of shoes, because really and truly, I love shoes. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of beautiful shoes. And but that one particular pair of sandal I just really had loved. So anyway, next question. Question number 4, recent obsession. My recent obsession is my Pandora bracelet. My husband had purchased this for me as a gift for, I think it was during the Easter. He bought the bracelet and just this one dangle charm, because the idea with the Pandora bracelet is to personalize it, meaning, you know, you buy the charms that has meaning in your life. So of course I did buy like the camera. This is not Pandora. I have 3 charms that's not Pandora. I have the camera. Even though Pandora sells a camera, I didn't like the one that Pandora sells. I like this one. This is the Sophie. It's sterling silver. The stone is Swarovski crystal, and I decided to go with this one. The next one is the coffee cup, because I drink coffee every day. And the third one is this one. This is, it's one side has like the Swarovski crystals, and the next side has a picture of my 3 children. Now I can tell you I was a little bit disappointed with the picture because it really doesn't show up clear. Yeah, so those are the 3 charms that I decided to purchase because Pandora didn't have that style and I really liked it. Now all the other ones have like the family, and this is the clip, this is the Milano bead. These are all Pandoras. These are all Pandoras. Pandora. I went with the purse because I collect designer handbags. I have Gucci, Versace, Donnie and Burke. What else do I have? I think those are basically it. I have multiple of those, and you know, we're building our home, so I decided to go with this charm that represents my home. And then I have the safety chain because I don't want to invest. Each one of these charms are like $50 each, so I don't want to take a chance and lose my bracelet or any of the charms. So I decided to put the safety chain on. So I've been obsessed with completing my collection, and yeah, so that's been it. So next question is greatest fear. So my greatest fear, I would have to say, would probably be my children not being in a position to really help themselves. Really, that's my greatest fear. You know, I always try to instill in my children how important it is to get a good education, how important it is to take care of themselves, because even if they fall in love with someone and if that person is not like financially stable, at least they would be in a situation where they can help not only themselves but that person that they love. You know, yeah, so that's my fear. My fear is really my children being in a position where life is difficult for them, that they're not happy. Yeah, you know, And I also try to instill in their biggest investment in life would be their home. So I try to explain to them that as soon as they're established, you know, they've gotten settled in their career, it would be time to start investing in their home. You know, because when you reach a certain age and you retire, you would want a home. Because even if you have a home, your electricity goes off, you're still secure because you have your home, you know. And yeah, so that's what I try to instill in my children. So next question is number 6. What illness do you suffer from daily? I don't suffer from any particular illness, but I will say I've noticed some changes because of age. Like I've noticed I've had occasional like knee pains, or I've had like pain under my feet. And I think one of the reason is like a couple times I've had like older mature women say to me, like my sister-in-laws, because they're older, they said to me, like if they meet me at home walking on the bare tile floors, they would say to me, you better put your bedroom slippers on, or else you would be having really bad pains in your feet. And I find myself now experiencing that, and I'm wondering if maybe that's because I don't wear my bedroom slippers on the cold tile floor, you know. Yeah, so that's what I've noticed, and that's been more on a regular basis. Like I've noticed that really. So I started wearing my bedroom slippers, you know. But what I don't like about the bedroom slippers in the house is that, especially the closed in ones, is that it makes your feet feel so hot and uncomfortable. Okay, so next question, favorite car. Honestly, I do not have a favorite car. I've always seen car as a dead investment, and really that's just my opinion. And it's great to invest in a really nice car if you have your home or other stuff that's more important. Then to me a nice car is like the gravy, you know, on the plate. You can you know, then treat yourself to a nice car. But my husband wants a Mercedes when our home is completed, and I'm really against it. You know, I really don't want a Mercedes. I just want a really nice, even if it's a new car, an average car, something like a Toyota. I've had a Toyota Camry before, and they're very good cars. So I'm thinking, you know, a nice average car, really. So next question is, what car did you drive when you were 16, or first car? My very first car, because I did not drive a car at age 16, but my very first car was a Honda Accord. Question 9. If you can turn back time, what would you change? If I could turn back time, I would not get involved with an ex-boyfriend at the time that I was involved with when I was younger. Yeah. Next question, 10. Who has made an impact on your life? I would have to say my mother, really, you know. I would have to say my mother. My mother has really made an impact in my life. She is such a strong person. She's not someone who just tells you what to do. She is someone who has done it herself. And she has showed you from example that a woman can do it, because she has done it. And she is a no-nonsense person. She don't care who you are. She would let you know. And there's lots of stories I can tell about my mother, but to make a long story short, yeah, she would be the one. So next question is 11. What did you want to be when you grew up? I think I mentioned to you all before, when we were young growing up, my sister and I, you know, my brother was always, he was a little older than us, and he always bossed us around. So he told me to go into the business field and told my sister to go into the science field, and that's what we did. Not that we wanted to do it, but because he told us to do it. And back then he was a big pain in the you-know-what. And my parents were so busy with work and doing what they needed for their family, and we never run and told our parents anything, but he just bossed us around. So yeah, so that's what we did in terms of schooling. But we never well, what I do now is I help my husband with the business, so I do a lot of the office work. So it did come in handy for me. What have you done most of your profession? Now, what I have done for 20 years, I worked in a high-end jewelry store selling like Cartier, Piaget, Chopard, really exclusive jewelry. And I did that for 20 years because the pay was very good.
Hello?
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, is Daddy right here?
Is Daddy home yet?
Daddy home?
No, not yet. That's my daughter. She just got home. And she caught the bus because her teacher was not at school today. She did say that she was not going to be to school today. So I told her she can catch the bus home. And she's asking for her dad because I ordered a Build-A-Bear, and her dad is supposed to pick it up from so he should be bringing it home for her. So next question is most embarrassing moment. Okay, let me let you burp. Let me close my door. I had my room door open so I can hear when my daughter come home. Most embarrassing moment, let me tell you, it is so embarrassing that I can't even tell you. That's how embarrassing it is. It was so embarrassing that night I came home and cried, and I cried the next day, and I cried so much. This was like 20 years ago. I cried so much that I really believe I lost 10 pounds because when I tried on a pair of jeans that was a little tight, the jeans was actually big on me. So I really believe I lost 10 pounds because I was so embarrassed. I cried, and I was like, I made myself sick. And honestly, it was such an embarrassment that I still cannot repeat it today. So next question. Hi, my battery died, so I had to charge it. My husband is home. My daughter has her Build-A-Bear. She's happy. And now I just need to finish my tag. So my question number 14 is, what is your best quality? Honestly, I think my best quality is that I am slow to react to anger. I can get really upset about something and it sort of numb me. Like it makes me pause. And I think that is good because it really saved me from saying a lot of things that maybe I just might regret later, you know. But I think that is my best quality, honestly, really. Question 15. At your age, what is the greatest lesson you've learned? Now you've done it. The greatest lesson I have learned. I think, but I learned a few. It's hard to say the greatest, but I'll say this. I learned that in life, there will always be a difference of opinion. You have to respect the other person's view, even though it differs from yours. You have to, like, in other words, agree to disagree. I also learned that in this life there will always be difficult times, and you have to endure those difficult times to enjoy the good times, really. Let me see what else. I cannot say the greatest. I don't know the greatest. I'll just share a few with you. Let me see. Anything else I've learned? I've learned that patience is very important too. You have to be patient, really. Let me see. I've also learned too that in life you cannot be afraid of responsibilities and bills, because as long as you're alive, you're always going to have it. There's some things in life that is a must, that you have to strive for, that you need to achieve, and you really should not be afraid to do it. And that there are times you may fail trying to do it, but you have to get up and brush yourself off and try again. You know, you have to keep trying, you know, because you really cannot look to someone else to solve your problem for you. You have to be the one. You know, you have to be the one to do it for yourself. You know, and as a parent, you have to do it to show your children that it can be done, really. And that's what I appreciate too with my parents. My parents has done it. Even though my mother is a remarkable person and she has achieved a lot, I'm not saying she did it by herself. My father was there also, but she always was the one. I think she was the striving one, and my father supported her, really. Yeah, so that's it. So that's it for my 15 question. And like I said, my husband is home now, so I'm gonna go and enjoy my time with my family. So here is Dyson Ash, and actually I'm, you know, the onesie is a little big, but it's fine. It looks pretty good. And here is little Shaggy. Shaggy is back. Say hi, Shaggy. Hey, Shaggy. Hi. Yeah. So I think that's it basically. So thank you all so much for watching. You have a great day. Bye-bye.